City Music, take one.
Patrice Rushen, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being a part of this masterclass earlier. And the time you spend with Berklee City Music, we appreciate everything that you do for us.
It's my pleasure, really, and my joy, because it's an amazing program.
How does Patrice Rushen motivate kids? How do you motivate students wherever, in urban settings or any other community organization or at Berklee?
I usually say the same kinds of things to them that I wish people had said to me. And I also say the things that people said to me that I know now to have been true. I think sometimes the information doesn't get to them soon enough. You know, we're living in an age where everything seems to be so sped up, and sometimes waiting for certain experiences to happen so that you can explain the lesson, as opposed to maybe telling them kind of what's coming and giving them a glimpse into possibilities for them to think about, so that when the thing happens to them, they can go, oh wow, somebody mentioned that to me or told me that. Sometimes it doesn't always make a difference, but a lot of times it does. A long time ago, you know, someone told me about, you know, City Music being like, this is where we start this consciousness, by giving some of these kids an opportunity to kind of have a vision about what's possible. And then, particularly because many of them come from, you know, areas that are underprivileged or depressed, allowing them an experience that might make a difference in how they view the world. You know, you can only see what you can see, but if you have an opportunity to be exposed to something that gives you another glimpse into something else, it broadens your horizons in sometimes a way that is really, really revealing. And the fact that it is a program that supports the idea that you need to want to be excellent.
20 years ago, Berklee City Music was a very tiny program, but a very, very big idea. And 20 years later, the program is catching up with the idea. We now have 38 City Music partner sites across the U.S. serving 20,000 young people, 2,000 of whom are in the City Music program. 100 of them were here this summer on 5-week scholarships, and 16 are going to get awarded full Berklee scholarships tonight. That amounts to $2.2 million worth of scholarship support.
You talked about your experience with urban education and how City Music is able to play a role in that space to help, you know, students and who need that kind of guidance to become the next generation of leaders.
Our educational system is failing, and it's no secret. You know, because I think despite the fact that we have access to just about everything you can imagine that would point us towards certain kinds of information and resources in that way, what we are not doing is teaching kids how to learn. We're teaching to the tests. We're teaching for them to pass the exam, but we're not helping them enjoy the journey and the understanding of learning. And music, fortunately, is still one of those things where there are no shortcuts. You practice, you have a goal in mind. At the end of a certain amount of practice, you are able to achieve that goal, play that piece, experience the enjoyment that it gives you to have succeeded playing that piece, and watch other people respond to that which you have done. So I think that City Music plays a role because it uses the medium of music to be able to help to teach kids a little bit more about process and about how you can take something And if you want to get to the point of proficiency, that you put in the time, we will surround you with the tools that you need, and you put in the time, and that you'll get there. And I think that's an understanding that's really important, even at the college level, that it doesn't all happen at once, but it is a direct reflection of the time and the energy that you put in based upon your desire and your passion and wanting to protect.
How can Berklee City Music teachers and students learn the value of music education and being a whole person?
I think that City Music is uniquely set to be able to continue, and you're doing it already, but continue that. City Music exists because there is value in music education. And the proof of it is the kids that continue or go on in music and some of the other fields that they take. But what they take with them, even when they go to other fields, is this understanding that there is value there and it's important. We just have to keep doing what we're doing and keep retooling and thinking and evaluating as we find out more and more how kids learn, how to keep them motivated.
Patrice, it's been awesome, Mr. Rushen.
Thank you.
Really, really appreciate it. You're gonna take us out, right?
I'll take you out.
On a groove.
I'll take you out.
It's Patrice Rushen with Berklee City Music. Thank you.